Alright, so my game reading is day 2 of Remembrance, chapter 2. We fight, we've got to fight back. When John Finn woke up on a bright Sunday morning, 7th December 1941, he planned a relaxing day off with his wife Alice and their palm tree shed bungalow on the Hawaiian island Oahu. By the time he went to bed the next night, his wife and the world he once knew had changed forever. Petty Officer Finn was in charge of ammunition at a small naval air station on the cove at Kanohu Bay, a mile from his house. The little base, what's that kilometers? Oh wow. In a cove bay house, the base was home of 36 twin-engine seaplanes known as PPYs that were anchored in the water, tied down on parking ramp or shelter. One of 3 hangars at the time. The USA was not at war with anyone, but because Japan was becoming a growing threat, the men at this air station were on limited alert. They flew routine patrols, looking for Japanese submarines off the coast and checking on nearby Pearl Harbor, where several naval destroyer battleships and other vessels marooned. Woke up. Honey Finn cooked to Alice. It is almost 8 o'clock and another beautiful day in paradise. Alice pulled the covers over her head and mumbled, "You start the coffee and I'll get up." As Finn paddled barefoot into the kitchen, he heard the sounds of machine gun fire in the distance and direction of the base. It's Sunday morning. Why would anyone be firing machine guns at the range today? We wondered. Finn took a soda to coffee. There he had the whining of small planes. They aren't the usual rumble sounds of PBYs. Maybe some wise guy aviators are buzzing the barracks. He looked through the window and the usual, but since then, Finn returned to bedroom as he whined the white navy uniform flight pants into the 1938 Ford. On the way towards Kano, Finn, a 15-year-old veteran who had joined the Navy when he was only 17, thought he knew far from the trouble back home in Copeland, California. He went then Zero, a last single-engine fighter bomber with the Japanese insignia on it. "Oh no," he shouted. "The Japanese are attacking us." He fired off flares above Pearl Harbor. He exposed sergeants for the air station. Leave the angle angry hornets. Zeros were dive bombing through the air. Another erupted to the PBYs, while panic-stricken sailors were running, stricken in confusion and fear. Where at home? Zero skimming only 100 feet. What's that in meters? For over several out goes. "Come on," Finn yelled. "We got to fight back." "With what?" Counting out another sailor. "We don't have any anti-aircraft guns. We've got our country is being attacked. We must shoot back. Let's go. Let's go back. Zeros. Let them know we're not taking this lying down." We've got 50 caliber and 30 caliber machine guns in the PBYs, and the fiery explosive echoes across men turned into boom. Japanese attack us, Finn thought, with a field of echoes. 30 caliber machine guns were winding through. 30 pounds ran through. So, it was a retaliation. Finn realized that being gun, 50 caliber machine gun, or more than 80 pounds set the blowing. Smoke of nearby hangar then was burning out of control, but he didn't care. He had no fear, only rage. I am going to shoot them down. They shoot me off while powerful and I shot them. Back zeros and explosions. GBY. The loud rat-a-tat-tat fire from the machine gun right down to the whooping zeros. Not for a second did Finn to safety. Well, the wings of the zero, he set a gun and kept up his fire at the road. Because he was out in the open, the Japanese Finn could not longer emulate the fire. Plane zooming in on his attack platforms, sending shards of bits of wood, metal ripping into his legs. Finn stopped shooting and dropped his knees in pain. Seeing blood starting to flow through his pants, he looked up the sky, hurled. Now you really took me off. He took all the bared breath, certainly up and down, different zeros hopping out. Ah, damn! You let go of the trigger and let his rooms, said Otis, without thumb. And a machine gun, get rolls. Get up, sailors. Who are we firing from behind? Truck, he yelled. We won't give up. We'll never give up. Minigun echoed. You hurt, Finn? He said nothing. He ground the bullet. Went straight through its only flesh wound. He gathered ammo belts and shooting again. Just the Geralds and hurled the gun jammed. Can my luck get any worse? As he froze, looked. Shrapnel flying into his belly. He fell backwards from impact, leaving him woozy. He once crisp white shirt pants were now covered with blood, covered with bullets. On my feet, I've got zeros to shoot down. Finn pulled up himself to show it that. During a brief fall, left and then bloody mess. You're a bloody mess. I'll call you a medic. Don't worry about me, Finn said, hurling down. Nice. It looks worse than it is. Just keep manning your guns. Now get back to your post. Moments later, spotted a zero far in the distance, grew larger, and had a chance. As the zero emerged from smoke, Finn saw its propeller chain, the smoke in a whispery circle, rounding of holiday wreath that his wife Alice had drawn on the front door the day before the plane came in, lower and looked like it was aiming straight down. Finn gun barrel, then saw a burst of light flashing from its wings, its deadly bullet striking down from. Wait, don't shoot too soon, it told himself. Finn sweating from me. The Japanese is grilling at me. Hurting at me. Not for long. Finn squeezed the trigger over the reins. Suddenly started home. I got him, Finn yelled. I got him. Jumped up and down excitedly. As one of the zero bullets had struck in Finn's foot, he hadn't noticed the pain while he was shooting at the plane. But the grounds, Bennick, who was turning into about 20 meters away, let me help you. Stay where you are, he ordered. You take care of the others first. I have been scratched up. This is all. That's all. He's more than shot. Finn bullet holes in his arm and through his shrapnel wounds and legs, stomach, and chest. He was losing blood. He wasn't ready to give up. He was willing to abandon his post. From keep fighting back, no matter what. I don't zero to the oh no, yelled at them. I've got more zeros to shoot down. Finally fighting, the zeros left almost as quickly as they came. The last plane had flown off the air station, fell into eerie silence, kept for cracking for the fires. Finn scanned the skies. Another wave of Japanese planes was on its way, but look, Zeros accomplished their mission. They have verily destroyed the air station. Whereas every PBY laid bullet-ridden and crumbled, unable to fly. Planes leapt out of the windows of a barracks and another building. Men quietly brushed other tears well up in Finn's eyes. He wished he had done more. He wished he and his men had shot down every zero. He wished the air station had bigger and better weapons to defend itself. Blood oozed arms out. I need to start organizing a defense in case the Zeros return, Fenn said to his superior officer. You need help. You're in a bad shape. So it's air station. I'll see the medics later, but first we've got to get prepared for the next first time. I order you to sick bay. The orders from now. There are too much I have to do. You should be caring for men who are in worse shape than me. Put some bandages on you to stop the bleeding and let me out of here. Soon Finn left to direct men in repairing defenses and set up machine gun posts around the station. Most of the weapons were designed for use on a PBY, but he had to figure out new ways of mounting them on the ground. It was tedious work, but one time I know. Take care of yourself. Get to sick bay. But sir, no buts, Finn. That's an order. When he standing in Fenway looked at the clock, it was stunned at the time. It was 2 a.m. Monday morning. He had been going non-stop more than 18 hours, filled in large parts of sense of duty to fellow men in his country. Just about later hour for a doctor. Go home and check on Alice. He stepped outside for his car. What more than chance it wasn't damaged, probably slim to none. When he reached back of a bombed out building, he grinned for the first time since the attack. There was his 1938 Ford without a scratch. Fatigue he set in and the pain grew worse as he drove home, which, to his relief, wasn't damaged. When he lured through the front door, Alice shrieked first out of joy that her husband was alive, that out of shock he saw he was seriously injured. She ripped off his bloody clothes and tended to the shrapnel cuts and bullet holes in his body. Dear Lord, she said, I've counted 21 wounds on you. I need to get to the doctor immediately. Later in the morning, he mumbled, I'm too tired, too hurt to move. Fenn was hospitalized for nearly 3 weeks. During his stay, he was told terrible news. 20 people, all but 2 of them sailors and friends of his, had been killed in the attacks at the Kamiuku. They were later buried at the air station. Kimu was the first target of the Japanese on the fateful day. 6 Japanese aircraft carriers had launched 366 planes and towards the Pearl Harbor at 7:53 a.m. The first bombs fell at Komaku, the airbase, and of the Zeros went down, sunk Pearl Harbor. Minutes later, 5 battleships, only 20 minutes. The Arizona met her fate when a bomb hit her magazine, killing 1,177 sailors. Torpedoes and bombs sank the Oklahoma, California, and West Virginia, while the Nevada grounded herself trying to escape. Nearly 200 American aircraft were destroyed. Around the death toll for Americans soared to 2,330, including 34 pairs of brothers on the Arizona alone. The Japanese lost only 64 men, 29 aircrafts, and 5 midget submarines. The next day, the USA declared war on Japan and its ally Germany. When Finn returned home on Christmas Eve, he told Alice, "The world will never be the same again." 9 months later, Finn, who had been promoted to lieutenant, which brought aboard the aircraft carrier USS Enterprise, which he docked at Pearl Harbor with the crew. Alice, watching Admiral Custer von Nimitz award Finn the Medal of Honor for extraordinary heroism. At the face of the medal, the Admiral said, "Congratulations, Lieutenant. You have made USA proud." Finn blessed to a Navy man. John Finn served the 3 ships during World War II. He was retired from the Navy in 1956, and settled on his wife Alice and their cattle ranch in Pan Valley, California. Over the years, buildings at naval stations had been named after him because of his heroism. He celebrated his 97th birthday on July 23, 2006. Knowing he was the oldest living Medal of Honor recipient and the last surviving medal recipient of Pearl Harbor attack. That's the end for day 2. I'll do day 3 tomorrow and the next chapter. And thank the veterans so I can read these books and make YouTube videos. And I can have opinions and be free. Well, I hope you have a great day, and I'll read tomorrow.